the top point scorer in the championship, with the kick-off, and it's straight down the middle, and Scott Morrell is underneath it, and he gives it to Ryan Boyle for the first carry of the match. Boyle looking to go through the centre, but met by Ben Kavanagh. Now Elliot Morris over the Fax 10. Morris, who we've been delighted to hear the news this week that Fraser Morris, his brother, has joined Halifax. Not available in the squad today, will join Halifax next week, it is believed, after signing on deadline day from Wakefield Trinity on loan. Brandon Moore now on to Johnson, who looked to step inside, but he's met by a big hit. Halifax not happy. Tyra and Grady feeling that was a high shot, but the ball goes back to Morrell on the last tackle, and it's kicked through the centre, but it's Thomas Minns who's underneath it, and he's caught it well, and a couple of side steps before being met by Carlane and Barber. First run in of the match by the returning Minns, as Blair takes it towards halfway. Quinlan through the centre there was Greenwood, his first carry of the match. Addy. Kavanagh has dropped the ball there, surely. Has the referee given the knock on? I believe he has. I think it's just a lost ball. He hasn't given the knock on. Now with Griggs. Griggs, dummy ball to Carlane, and Griggs just halt to ground. This is the last tackle for Halifax. What can they produce with this attacking set? Morrell will kick to the left corner. Rob Warranty is over on that flank, and Warranty unable to get there, and the line judge is in, and it's going to be a penalty to Hull KR. I think it may have been for offside. Oh, the penalty is, well, Brandon Moore through the middle with Morrell. Morrell to Johnston. Johnston is kicked through. Grubber kicked through. He's looking for Tyra. Oh, but collected by KR. And the referee's calling timeout, and I think it was a knock on Quinlan, I think it was there. And Quinlan is back to his feet and ready to play the ball now, as KR look to establish a foothold in the game. KR go forward. Scruton now with Ellis, and Ellis goes high, and Will Sharp, well, very, very coolly, Will Sharp collecting that ball and looking to make some good metres, and he does make some good metres. At least 20 made there from Will Sharp. Positive start from Halifax in these early stages, and the first penalty of the game goes the way of the home side, offside, but Moore goes through the middle. Now with Griggs along to Morrell. Morrell side steps past one, side steps past two, and Scott Morrell, well, he's over the line, but he is held up the Halifax halfback. Taken to ground though by Ben Kavanagh on the last tackle now, Halifax. Morrell will kick, and it's hit a KR body, and it's fallen in Johnston! And Ben Johnston has gone over for the first try of the game! And a perfect start from Halifax is rewarded. It's a fairly straightforward effort to the right of the post, and Tyra puts it straight through the middle. And a perfect start to the game as Halifax lead by 6 points to 0. Tyra now with Johnston. Nice little side step from Johnston. Oh, and almost away from the defenders. Got to be careful with the discipline here, KR, and Morrell on the last tackle will kick long, and it's a deep kick to touch. Brilliant stuff by Scott Morrell. Well, he was fantastic in his kicking game against Featherstone last weekend. And now Brandon Moore, short ball to Morrell. Morrell to Barber. Barber, little dummy, and Barber looked to play the ball to Morrell. And which way is the scrum going to go? The ball's gone out of play on this near side, and I think the referee is going to give the scrum to Halifax, and he is. And Simon Griggs now finds Johnston. Halifax going to come down this left, and Grady almost found the ball. Still going, Shane Grady. Stopped a metre short of the Fax line. This is the last tackle. Brandon Moore to Boyle. Oh, it's a poor ball to Morrell, but has Morrell got a chance to kick the ball through? Well, he has, and Morrell kicks it up to the 30, the Australian. Morrell along to Boyle. Fax playing it about nicely now. Johnston, well, his attempted kick was, well, it is collected by Ellis, I think, there, and I think it may be heading free to Halifax here. So we await the decision. And it is again head and feet to Halifax. As Morel puts the ball, it was Johnston, sorry, puts the ball into the scrum as Sharp takes the ball forward now. Oh, Sharp offloads fantastically to Morel. Nice one-handed offload there. And Barber, well, he's met with a high shot. It did look high from Thomas Minns. And the centre is punished. And well, Morel is pointing over to Steve Tyrett over on that left flank. And Halifax will kick for the penalty goal. And well, cap a fantastic early start from Halifax. Oh, and Tyrett, well, you wouldn't have expected that. He's hooked it wide of the posts over to the left. Fax showing some good defence. They are the best defensive side in the league. Hull KR the second best, and it's a kick by Ellis, and it's deflected off Carl Lane, I believe, and the referee, I think, is going to give the scrum to KR here, and he does. Addy now with the right hand side, and Ellis. Greenwood met strongly, but a penalty's been given to Hull KR here. I think Tyra's put his hand up in apology there, and I think it's for holding down, and the referee's going to push KR back to the 10, and a knock on after it looked as if KR were going to put some pressure on the Fax line, and Tyra's lost the ball in the ruck there, but the referee has given the knock on. So knock-ons in back-to-back play. The referee having a good think about that by Jacob Fairbank, who's come off the bench and makes some good impact early on. Addy looking for the line, and he's lost the ball, has he there? Well, the referee has pulled it back, and Hull KR have gone across the line over on this left corner. Kieran Moss, the try scorer. Ellis receiving some whistles from the Halifax supporters from the touchline, and the conversion is put over. Fantastic score by Jamie Ellis. Would be all square after the opening 20 minutes. But Hull KR taking their chance, and from the kick-off, Ben Cockayne has knocked on. And a big chance now for Halifax to put some pressure on this KR line. This is the last tackle though for Halifax. What can they produce now? Morel catches the ball and sends it over to that right side, and Ed Barber and Ben Heaton were both there, and Thomas Minns has collected the ball, but he's forced into touch by another strong tackle from Mitch Carlin. He's had a fantastic game early on here. And a kick by Quinlan. And Atkins running towards it, and Atkins has met Morel with a high tackle there, and a definite penalty. Referee quick to call it. KR have got some bodies down the left now, and now Atkins sends the ball through to Minns, and I think Ed Barber's got a hand on there, but Hull KR have come away with the ball, and then we'll have another set starting just a few metres from the Halifax line. Atkins, real test of Halifax's defence. Ellis, kick high to the left, and Ed Barber has caught the ball and stayed out of touch, and Ed Barber does really well. Halifax showing tremendous defence here, staying alive in this game as Ben Heaton brings the ball forward now. Moore now with Carlin to Barber, and Barber has found Ben Heaton. Heaton one-on-one, and Ben Heaton will go over the line for Halifax. Second try of the game, and Halifax back in front. Back-to-back tries from Ben Heaton following his score last week against Featherstone Rovers. He follows that up with another try today. He missed the early penalty from a similar distance, but Tyra makes no mistake this time. Two conversions from Tyra in the game, and Halifax reaffirm their 6-point lead. And by 12 points to 6. Two around CO to bring him to ground. This is the last tackle for Halifax. Morel again will kick low, and it's bounced awkwardly, and Will Sharp's got there, and Will Sharp has gone over the line for Halifax. Big try for Halifax. Will Sharp extends Halifax's lead. Halifax. Tyra puts it through the sticks and gives Halifax a 12-point lead here at the Shea. Halifax's 40-metre mark. And it's now with Greenwood, and Greenwood looks to offload. Halifax failing to wrap up the ball, and a kick and run through, and that's fantastic stuff from Clark it was, and Halifax won the ball well. 2 minutes remain of this half. Can Halifax see it out? Johnston with the run in that time. Scruton in there to force him backwards, and Brandon Moore's run out, dummy half, and Moore has gone through the line, and Brandon Moore offloads to Mikey Seo, and Mikey Seo has gone across the line for Halifax. Halifax extend their lead on the stroke of half time. Big score from Mikey Seo, the first of his Halifax career. Big ovation. Tyra converts for Halifax. 4 from 4 from the boot for Tyra. And Halifax lead by 24 points to 6. Mikey Seo, just his third appearance for the club, gives them a big lead, and Scott Morrell on the hoop tip runs out of play and caps off a brilliant first half for Halifax, who lead at the break by 24 points to 6. Mikey Seo, Will Sharp, Ben Johnston and Brandon Moore, the try scorers for Halifax in this first half. Couple of appeals for the high tackle. Rob Warranty this time from dummy half. Scoots around with his unorthodox running style. Warranty. Ben Kay from dummy half. Finds Morrell. Morrell to Fairbank. Fairbank has dropped the ball, has he? He has, and Hull KR are quick to react, but the referee will pull the play back. No advantage on the free play for KR, and it will be their scrum. And it's a chance now with Thomas Minns, and Minns tackled very well there over on that side by Sharp and Mitch Carlin once again. How many times have we said that in this game? Atkin, now Halifax, now Hull KR come down the right hand side, and Ryan Shaw, oh beautiful backwards pass and a free play. And the referee is down now. All action at the Shea, and Will Sharp is finally brought to ground. Well, a frantic period of play there. And the ball will go now with Atkin. And Atkin attempted to kick to touch. It was a strange decision in itself. Met quickly though by some good defence. And Chris Atkin tackles him. And ironic cheers from Halifax's supporters as a penalty is received. And Morrell almost instantly calls for Steve Tyra and the kicking tee, as Halifax will go for the 2 here. Tyra does score this time, and Halifax have a 20-point lead with just under half an hour of the game still to play. Halifax, of course, with significantly more to play for than KR, who confirmed their spot in the qualifiers many weeks ago. And the ball's down with the right hand side now with Ryan Shaw, and is there a chance here for KR? Shaw kicks through on, it's evaded Heaton, and it's Matty Marsh, but it's tackled well by Ben Johnston. Still chance for KR though with Addy, and now Atkin, and now with Blair over to that left corner with Kieran Moss, and Elliot Morris is there to immediately tackle him. Moss stays in the field of play though. Minns now with Atkin, Atkin with the kick through, but it's collected by Shane Grady, and a chance for Shane Grady. Shane Grady's broken the line, still going Shane Grady, and Grady has lost the ball, and well, the ball will go back to Hull KR though, after that initial knock on by Shane Grady. He's met by a big shot by Morris. Docker Clay from dummy half. Ellis now with Atkin. Atkin intercepted by Jacob Fairbank. And Jacob Fairbank has broken the line. He won't race the length of the field. He's tackled by Moss on Hull KR's 40-metre mark, but surely some of these defenders are offside for KR. From Hull KR's line, kick through by Morrell, and the ball will run dead, but well, Halifax are appealing because I think it's Mitch Carlane who's down there, and I think Halifax appealing that Carlane was obstructed. Sean Lunt late in the teams today. Kick out of play by Ryan Shaw, by Jamie Ellis, sorry. And it will be head and feed to Halifax. But, well, an odd decision really by Ellis, and it does really just show how stern a test Halifax's defence has been when Hull KR are kicking to touch. Thomas Minns calling for the physio as Hull KR make a potential line break here. It's Marsh who made it, and now Docker Clay. Hull KR playing very quickly now. Ellis, it's a loose ball from Ellis, and it will go out of the sidelines. And Hull KR are really struggling to make anything of any worth when they're coming forward. Ball brought forward now by Scruton, appeals for the forward pass, and then it's a drop ball by Ellis, and it will go back to Will Sharp, dragged to the ground by Danny Addy, who had a bit of afters with Sharp, but all settled, and the referee calls for the end of the free play, and it'll be a scrum to Halifax on their own 40-metre mark. Ryan Boyle there stops him in his tracks. Scruton away from Boyle, and then Scruton has dropped the ball, and Halifax, arms in the air from Ben Kay. Halifax know they're itching ever closer. Both Moore and Kay out there at the moment, both of Halifax's recognised hookers, and there's a potential line break from Blair here. Blair offloads to Docker Clay, and Docker Clay sidesteps, still going, and he is brought to ground on the last tackle. Chance for KR here. Shaw gives the ball, but it's taken by Halifax, who've intercepted through Griggs. As Shane Grady's tackle. This is the last tackle for Hull KR. What can they make here? It's with Atkin, and Hull KR are going to try and run it here, and it's found Ed Barber. Well, he doesn't need to make the metres, just needs a settler. Oh, and a late shot there, looks as if on Mitch Carlane, who's come back on the field, and then a heavy shot from Cockayne on Will Sharp. Hull KR this time. Docker Clay to Atkin. Oh, the ball's come down the right hand side now from Hull KR. Ryan Shaw's playing the ball, looking for a big play. Shaw kicks, and has that gone out of play? I think it should be a scrum to Halifax here, as Shaw's kick just looked as if it ran dead, and it will be a scrum to Halifax. Oh, will they remain scoreless in this second half? Marsh, Cockayne looked, well, it's a poor kick through, looking for Ryan Shaw, really was poor from the centre. Good stuff as Morris makes a tackle there. Ellis to Waddy, and Cockayne has dropped the ball, and a chance for Ben Johnston here. Ankle tap on Johnston by Danny Addy. How crucial might that be? Well, they stopped Johnston in his tracks. Their tackles. 40 seconds to go. Simon Griggs. Can Halifax end the game with a try? Still going, Simon Griggs. Made some very good meters, and it will be a penalty to Halifax with 30 seconds remaining. And the players know that that will be that. Steve Tyrett, almost instantly as he heard the penalty call, walks towards the ball, and he will surely now knock over this penalty. Halifax know that they've done enough. This will be the last kick of the game. 3, 2, 1, and the hooter sounds. Halifax have won the game. massive victory for Fax has sealed their place in the top 4. They will finish the regular season in 3rd place in the table. Well, only a few weeks ago, as we said, their place in the top 4 looks gone. And can Steve Tyra end the game with a goal? He can. Big conversion from Steve Tyra. Big win for Halifax, who win in the end by 28 points to 6. Ben Johnston opened the try scoring for Halifax inside just the 6th minute before, and a response midway through the half by Kieran Moss on halfway. But Halifax fought back tremendously well. Tries in the final 9 minutes of the first half from Heaton, Sharp and Mikey Seo before a couple of penalties in the second half from Steve Tyra sees Halifax record a famous victory over the league leaders Hull KR here at the NBI Shea. Halifax are in the top 4, and we will see you again at the Shea in the qualifiers rather than the Championship Shield. It finishes here at the NBI Shea Stadium. Halifax 28, Hull KR 6.